Hey everyone, so in today's video, I'm going to be showing you how to torrent safely using ExpressVPN, including the key features you'll want to take advantage of for the best privacy and performance. Now, just a quick heads up, this video is for educational purposes only. Make sure you're up to date on your local laws and regulations around torrenting, since these can vary depending on where you live. And if you decide you want to check out ExpressVPN for yourself, I've included links in the description where you'll find the latest deals, discounts, and my full review if you want a deeper look at everything it offers. So before you even download anything, it's important to know that every torrent file carries some level of risk. That's simply because most torrent sites can attract a mix of regular users and cybercriminals looking to spread malware. There are a couple of quick checks you can use to spot safer files. First, take a look at the seeders and leechers columns. Seeders are people who already have the file, and when you see a file with a higher number of seeders, that's usually a good sign that it's been downloaded by a lot of people and is less likely to be dangerous. Leechers are people actively downloading a file, and if there are many leechers but not a lot of seeders, I'd consider skipping that, as those files tend to be slower and less stable. Another helpful tip is to always scan the comment section under a torrent. If a file is corrupted or contains malware, users will almost always report it in the comments, and you'll often see warnings about files that aren't safe to download. This makes it much easier to avoid anything that could put your device at risk. Now, once you've found a file that looks safe, you'll want to make sure your VPN is up and running before you start any downloads. This is one of the most important steps because whenever you're torrenting, whether you're seeding, uploading to others, or leeching, downloading from others, your real IP address is exposed to everyone else sharing that file. And that can open you up to a variety of cybersecurity risks, including targeted ads, hackers tracking your online activity, DDoS attacks, and even malware. With ExpressVPN turned on, your IP address is replaced with the address of the VPN server you're connected to. So anyone seeding or leeching only sees the server IP, not your actual one. This simple step adds a huge layer of privacy and protection every time you use a torrent client. And another big reason to use a VPN like ExpressVPN for torrenting is that a lot of internet providers aren't big fans of torrent traffic. Many ISPs will actually throttle your connection, meaning they'll slow down your speeds as soon as they detect you're torrenting, just because it uses more bandwidth. But with ExpressVPN, all of your data is fully encrypted, which means your ISP can't see what you're doing online or single out your traffic for throttling. On top of that, ExpressVPN uses RAM-only trusted server technology, so all of your data gets wiped clean every time you reboot. And it also has an independently audited, strict no-logs policy and military-grade encryption to keep your activity private. This is about as secure as it gets, and it means none of your torrenting history or online activity can be tracked or stored by your VPN provider. Now, for a little extra protection while torrenting, ExpressVPN also includes a feature called Threat Manager. This works in the background to block access to known malicious sites and trackers, which gives you some extra peace of mind when you're downloading from different sources. And if you want the best combination of speed and security, I recommend using the Lightweight protocol. This protocol was recently rewritten in Rust to boost both performance and security, and there's a new Lightweight Turbo mode for Windows that can really speed up your downloads. Now, if you happen to find a particular server isn't working well with Lightweight UDP, just set your protocol to auto and let ExpressVPN choose the best option for you. Finally, keep in mind that the VPN server location you pick will affect your download speed. The less distance between you and the server, the better your speed will be. So, for the best results, it's usually a good idea to connect to a server in your own country or as close as possible. And since ExpressVPN has over 3,000 servers in 105 countries, finding a good option is pretty straightforward. Now, there are a couple of essential features you'll want to know about for torrenting safely. The first is the kill switch, which ExpressVPN calls network lock. This is designed to protect your privacy if your VPN connection ever drops. What it does is instantly block all internet traffic until the VPN reconnects, so none of your activity ever leaks to your ISP or anyone else. This feature is enabled by default on Windows, Mac, Linux, and even the AirCove router, so you don't have to worry about setting it up. Another helpful option is split tunneling. This isn't quite as essential as the kill switch, but it can make things more efficient if you want to use certain apps through the VPN while leaving others on your regular connection. For example, you might want to keep your Netflix library local while downloading torrents through a foreign server. With split tunneling, you can assign your torrent client to the VPN and leave everything else as normal, or do the reverse if that fits your setup better. The main benefit here is that you can still access your local internet services while torrenting securely in the background. Just note that split tunneling isn't available on Mac devices running macOS 11 or newer. And a couple of practical tips. Once your download finishes, most torrent clients will automatically start seeding, which means you're uploading the file to others. If you don't want this to slow down your connection, you can right-click the file and pause or stop seeding. And for software, I recommend something like Qubit Torrent, since it's open source, has no ads, and is generally considered safe to use. If you want more details on torrenting software, I have a separate video on my top 5 torrent clients. That link is in the description as well. Now, just to mention a limitation for anyone who's more of a power user, ExpressVPN doesn't support port forwarding. This is something some people use if they want to optimize upload connections or seed large files. For the vast majority of users, this isn't going to matter, since ExpressVPN still offers the high level of safety and privacy you'll want for typical torrenting. But if port forwarding is essential for you, it's worth keeping in mind. And that's really everything you need to know for torrenting safely with ExpressVPN. You'll find links in the description for current pricing, discounts, and a full in-depth review. So hopefully you found this guide helpful. If you did, please leave a thumbs up, as I always appreciate that. And if you have any questions about ExpressVPN, or if there's a cybersecurity topic you'd like to see covered, feel free to drop those in the comments below. I really enjoy answering as many as I can. Otherwise, thanks so much for watching, and I'll look forward to seeing you in the next video.